Good morning. I came out, start harvesting my pumpkins, and I have to go back in and get a coat. It is freezing. It's not even October yet. This is ridiculous. So I'm off to get a coat so then I can come back out and we're gonna start harvesting some pumpkins. You guys ever come towards the end of the season and you're like, you're sad but you're still happy? Because I'm looking at all my flowers right now and it makes me really sad that we're gonna go and they're all gonna start dying, but in another way it makes me happy because then I can spend more time inside. But yeah, I'm sitting here looking at everything and it's a mixed emotion. And everything was looking so good, and you know, it just comes into like a real lushness in the fall. So, but it's all coming to a quick end. This is our little area in between, well, we had a wedding, in between our house and our rec room area, and it just is looking as beautiful as it possibly could. Anyways, heading out to the pumpkin patch, out to the garden. So we're gonna pick pumpkins today. I'll probably have to take a pause and feed the chickens a couple weeds because they're looking at me like they need a treat. So this is the pumpkins. This is what we're gonna harvest today, this morning. See what we got, and we're gonna share them with all our friends. All right, we are going in. What do I do with my gloves? Gotta get my gloves. Cool is that? Look at that stem. I didn't realize how many pumpkins there were out there. We probably got 100. This is gonna be a lot of work. Anyways, I'm having my husband hook up the four-wheeler to the dump trailer so that I can get the pumpkins on the other end and bring them all down here. So then I can set them out and let them cure for a few days before I move them. Yeah, there's so many pumpkins. It's you don't trudge through the patch very often when they're growing. show you guys what I got going on here. I'm probably about the third of a way through my patch, and there's so many more pumpkins to pick. But I've been really, really happy with what I've gotten so far, and you know, I don't know about other gardeners, but every time I come out and harvest something, I think about how I can do it better for the next year. So this was a pretty efficient patch I had this year, because we had put down drip irrigation, and then also we used the thick black plastic. So I'm going to turn it around here and I'm going to show you what we did. We pinned it down, and then we have in here we have drip line running from a 1.5 inch main line down there on that end. So it really, I mean, there's still a few weeds that popped up, but it really kept the weeds down, which is super helpful. But yeah, these are coming to an end. There's I don't see a ton of squash bugs, but I do see, like, there's a gopher. I'm sure that's what that is. But like, look at this, back at this, how covered in aphids that is. And that, you know, when you get in your patch, you can't, it's just really hard to control the bugs when you get a patch this big. So I did at the very beginning spray some squash bugs, and that seemed to really, really stunt them back so that the pumpkins could grow. All these French, I'm trying to think of what they call them, but those I saved all the seeds from last year. I bought one of those and I saved all the seeds. So anyways, this is the rest of the garden. All right, so I'm trying to finish my video from last Sunday. So last weekend it got extremely cold, and the wind started blowing and it started raining, and so I needless to say cut my video and my pumpkin picking short. So on Monday and Tuesday this week we got a hard freeze, and so basically everything's done. But I kind of wanted to show you what I ended up getting picked and what's left. So I've got some out here by the garden. I probably bought about 30 up by the back porch. And I've probably got about, I don't know, 25 or 30 left to pick. So I'm going to say there was probably a good 100 pumpkins. I sent 11 to my nieces, and then our friends' kids that maybe you guys seen on a previous video, the Baginskis that own the dairy, they came and got pumpkins as well. So anyways, so it was a good harvest. But here's what the garden looks like now, and it's so sad. We had a pretty hard freeze, and everything is frozen. So that's the pile that's out here that I have piled up that I haven't moved. And then, like I said, I have about, I don't know, 20 or 25 up by the back porch. And then there's probably, I don't know, can you guys see those? 20 or 25 out here. They're just kind of still hidden in the mess, but lots of these dark green ones. And then there's some Cinderella pumpkins. And then for some reason, correct me if I'm wrong down below, if these are like French Provincial or something like that. These ones with the bumps on them. And I think the older they get, the more bumpy they get. So look at that one. It's funny because that one's here, and it was on the same vine as that one, and it barely has any bumps. So, and then there's some white Cinderellas in here. So probably, I'm gonna guess about 30 more pumpkins out here. Yeah, everything took a major frost, and so the gardening season is pretty much done. I am gonna come out here and hopefully salvage some green tomatoes to make some green salsa. But yeah, came to a halt really, really quick. I would have thought we would have had another 3 weeks of this, before it froze. So Oh well, that's what we get. Mother Nature, we can't predict her. But I'm gonna head in now. I just fed the chickens and start dinner. So I hope you guys all have a wonderful evening.